Hi everyone, and welcome back to The Boys Reactions. Today we are checking out Season 2, Episode 4, Nothing Like It in the World. I'm very excited to get into this episode, but before we get into it, I'd just like to say that I was reading the synopsis for Episode 3, the episode that I just watched. I usually read the synopsis after I watch the episode, especially for The Boys, because all the synopsises, is that how you would say it, on Amazon Prime, it's not just like a synopsis of the episode, it's like some really fun little things, so I really like to read them. But the synopsis for episode 3 was something like, if you believe that you or your loved one were administered Compound V, call the law firm of Bremer and Bremer, and then it gives you a phone number, an actual phone number, 1-888-177-2774 for free legal consultation. I wonder if that's a real number. I wonder if you call that number, someone picks up, or like something from The Boys picks up, and there it's just like an automated message from one of the characters of The Boys or something. That would be really interesting. I don't know, I think that's a cool little thing if the number does lead somewhere. And yeah, if you guys know if that number leads, then that would be really interesting to find out. And if you don't, then maybe I have to find Bremer and Bremer. I have to call that number because I need some free legal consultation. Getting into this episode though, very excited to get into it. In the last episode, Stormfront broke my heart. She became this villain. She became a villain to Homelander, which is saying something because Homelander is the villain. She is definitely competition. She's an adversary for Homelander. Homelander was not happy with it. Kimiko's brother died. That was really, really upsetting, but not as upsetting as Stormfront being the bad and racist, because I actually like Stormfront and I feel betrayed by the writers. I feel sad now, but yeah, that happened. Starlight almost had to kill Huey. Speaking of Huey and Butcher's relationship is basically solved now. Kimiko is after Stormfront. At least she is super angry with Stormfront. I feel like Stormfront is her target now, just like Homelander is Butcher's target. Well, I feel like Butcher's target now is just to save his wife. Just like Homelander was Butcher's target, though, Kimiko's target is now Stormfront. She is going to just go ham on Stormfront the next time that they meet, and they will meet at some point. A-Train's condition is getting worse. His heart attack, his Compound V bones or whatever, they're getting worse. I feel like they're starting to dissolve, disintegrate, just like his brother said. He said that your bones are going to disintegrate or something if you keep taking this drug, and he is, so I feel like he is going to die at some point from a drug overdose. Don't know how, don't know when, just I feel like that is going to be his downfall. The Deep tried his best, killed another animal, not his fault this time, that one was Butcher's fault, but I feel so bad for him. He apologized to Starlight, but it didn't sound like super sincere, even though I know it was sincere. He has joined this cult. And yeah, very excited to see more of The Deep. I really like The Deep. So yeah, let's just get into this episode. But before we get into this episode, if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies and TV shows I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my TV shows and movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's start this episode. It is the longest episode of the season so far, and I think the longest episode of the season, period. It is an hour and 8 minutes long. Okay, let's start watching. I hope you enjoy my reaction to The Boys Season 2, Episode 4, Nothing Like It in the World.
Federal authorities have initiated a manhunt for
a mid-season recap? Okay.
Can cool from the inside.
Boom! Oh, I didn't need to see that again.
We were never having kids, which was news to me. Yeah.
Drugs.
This attack on an apartment building left 59 people dead.
59 people? She murdered 59 people?
Kimiko, look at me.
Kimiko's brother did not kill those people. That was Stormfront. Stormfront killed most of those people. No, Frenchie. This is not the time. Frenchie, you're too high for this. And also, that was such a bad time. She's literally mourning her brother's death.
Be your own hero. Make your voice heard. I am counting on you.
Yeah. Oh my god, Homelander is going to rip this girl's head off. I feel like that is how it's going to end. Huh? Huh?
I was beginning to worry.
Huh? What? Huh? Huh? What? What? Is this a dream? What?
I've missed you.
What? What? What?
Are you thirsty?
This is like the perfect scenario for him. She's like in her underwear with milk. Like, what more could he ask for?
My good boy.
What? Was that real? She's alive? No, she's not alive. There's no way she's alive. I'm sorry. I saw like her brains coming out of her face.
Of every poor bastard who got killed by the superheroes.
The audience just got bigger. Liberty!
Get Marvin to talk to this Liberty. Address on the back, North Carolina.
Oh, they're going to Liberty. They're going to find her.
I found Becca.
She found Becca!
I didn't come through.
Jesus, Butcher, I'm just giving it to you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the deal. She's being a nice person.
I have one less person in that audience staring at me.
Oh, take it. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so excited. I want them to break Becca out of her prison.
You wouldn't put up with this shit.
Okay.
Raise the eyebrow.
She's not alive. This is like, he's imagining her, I feel like.
Well, maybe time to tear out the weeds.
This is almost like inner dialogue in his mind. Oh, it's Ezekiel?
Change!
It's Ezekiel?
Sorry! I can only hold a sheet
Or
for so long.
this guy, sorry?
Now, doppelganger!
Sorry, not Ezekiel. I meant Doppelganger. Messed up their names there.
That you cannot do.
This is so weird because it's Doppelganger and it's just like... I thought it was like his mind making this up, but this is like he has someone actually doing this. It's so creepy. It's basically like you could bring someone back to life, but it's everything that you want them to say. Not everything that maybe they would say.
You're in charge now.
They're splitting up. They're splitting up.
You the same way she helped me. She always liked you more anyway.
Everyone likes Mother's Milk more. He's a beautiful human being. Someone's gonna try and come in. Storm... Oh, it's Homelander. I thought it was gonna be Stormfront and I was gonna boo her. Huh? Huh? Homelander?
Second chance, and he failed me.
Oh no. Oh no.
No more lies.
Homelander, dude. Homelander, dude.
You disobeyed my orders because you're with him.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
Am I lying?
She's so good. She's so good.
Would you like an almond joy?
I want an almond joy.
Do you mean William Butcher? Okay.
This poor lady always has to deal with the soups.
Facial recognition search.
That'd be so
You
scary.
can join me.
Black Noir would be really scary, but also I feel like he's such a chill dude. You know, he could just play piano. He was crying earlier in like the last episode or something.
Really? I mean, you know, chicks dig bruises. You know, when I was...
Huey. Huey.
How much time?
Lots of time, lots of time.
I have to go.
What's going on?
Can I call you later?
We're gonna go see an old superhero called Liberty. I love you. Say it. Kiss her. Hug her. Do something.
I can't do this anymore.
Hug her! Comfort her! Don't kiss her though. But I said don't do that.
Maybe he's right. This is a bad idea.
No, you're going, Starlight.
Oh, what's up?
Oh no. Oh no. A replacement.
Fat kids, use me.
Good, you're here. Tell him yet?
He's out. He's out.
I thought we were gonna have a strategy meeting.
Hey, Train, you're out.
Out of what?
Oh, bye, A-Train.
Pretty ridiculous. I do want you to know, though, this was really hard for me.
No, it wasn't. You don't have to lie.
Etc. Attaboy.
A-Train joins the boys. Every superhero eventually joins the boys, and then it's everyone against Homelander and Stormfront. Even actually, you know what? Homelander wouldn't team up with Stormfront. I feel like there's too opposing. I feel like he feels too threatened about her.
Yep.
Is this Billy? Is this Billy Joel as well? Yeah, this is so cute.
In Palestine, terror on the...
Oh my God, he loves her even more. He loves her even more.
Hey,
Oh,
this ain't no little
what
Vegas
the
road
heck?
trip, okay? You only know.
I was having so much fun.
Arms around each other. That's love.
I wonder what these inserts are. It's actually, I'm very interested. There's been 2 so far. One at the very start and one now. Oh, he's in the compound. He's in the compound. He's in the compound. But I feel like... What were the inserts talking about? The inserts were definitely talking about relevant information to the show. Like that one was placed just after the love scene where Huey
You smell like a wet...
and Starlight had this kind of song connection, right?
So,
You think that by saving her,
You can save yourself.
for those children, that lamplighter burned.
Oh my gosh. Do you think we're ever going to see that one day? Like the flashback to that event? Because it seems like a pretty big event in these characters' past. Demanding that everyone gets Compound V and everyone becomes a superhero.
And he'd asked me to tell him about my day.
Does not care. He's like, let me eat this donut in peace.
To see that man going through spoon after spoon just one last time.
Aww. I have chills again. To
fathers and sugar.
I love that conversation. I love that bonding moment. Always has good bonding moments with characters.
Got to use wet wipes. There you go.
You just carry these around with you?
Damn right.
I started the background. That happened in the background. Oh my God.
Down.
Oh my God. I can't believe that just happened. The impact, I felt that in my whole body. That was intense. Oh my God, this is what I wanted. I wanted this moment. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look at them, they're hugging. They're finally together after 8 years. I have so many chills right now. I have so many chills.
I would kill myself in front of Ryan. And my last words would be, your father did this to me.
What the heck? Dramatic, but fair enough.
You sure it's not a fucking compactor?
Yes, I'm sure.
Imagine if it's a compactor, they just die, they become cubes. So it was Annie, she's like, come over, my bed's big enough for 2 people.
Is that an almond joy?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes almond joy.
I like almond joys. This makes me so happy. These 2 characters makes me so happy.
That was so good. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that. Huey, you suck. Don't even try. Sorry, I don't want to be mean to Huey. I like him.
Chewing my fingernails down to the quick. I don't know, whatever.
Are they competing with different things that they've done?
It's like living with a loaded gun in my face.
Do you feel that way?
That is a very good analogy. That was really good. That is like exactly how it is. I knew this was gonna happen. It was inevitable.
You Galway girl whole catalog.
Galway girl.
So he asked me to get one of these with him.
Oh my god. And you said yes. And now you have Ed Sheeran on your arm.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh my god. Lady. This episode is definitely centered around love. With the love inserts, Butcher and Becca's stuff, Huey and Annie's stuff. It's very heavily centered around love and relationships. They're gonna find out that you were gone too long. No! He said no, Becca. No means no. Oh.
So kind. I know you hate kids and all, but I think...
This is such a beautiful conversation.
How have you been?
I've killed some people, a few people. Killed a giant whale the other day.
Let him get away with it. What was I before you?
Oh my gosh, what a lie. The cheese ball. He's a cheese ball. That was so good. That was like the most emotion Butcher has ever expressed. That was really nice, really good. And look at these two are super happy again together. Everyone's so happy, and I feel like this episode is gonna end badly because everything is so happy in this episode, and it's going to go downhill at some point. It has to, right?
Fused as everyone else.
Let's talk hashtag heroes so white. The numbers are rather startling. 92% of heroes are Caucasian, African American.
Whoa.
For example, we've got A-Train. He's a black man. We got Black Noir.
No one knows what skin color he is.
And we have a gay hero.
Oh no. Oh no.
Queen Maeve.
Wow.
Scoop for you, Maria. Maeve here.
Wow. That is... What the heck? He just did that. That is not his thing to do. That is her thing to do.
I'm at my wit's fucking end.
Yeah.
With the lies.
He's kind of going insane, Homelander.
Really happy for you.
Oh my god, I feel like... Oh no, he's not. He's... Oh yeah. He can use this against her now, though.
So calm. Or safe.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Kimiko. Here she comes. Here she Kumi goes. That was a good pun. That was a good pun. Thank you. Thank you for saying it was a good pun. PTSD, flashbacks. Oh, she can't do it. Marry me, Stormfront. I hate you, Stormfront. I literally despise you. I'm on Homelander's side here. You're horrible. And Homelander's horrible, but I'm on Homelander's side.
To go by the name of Liberty?
No.
Okay, that means yes. You see how suspicious she looked? She literally looked around and then said no.
Then y'all are just some damn fools.
It sounds like you know her. Or knew her.
Or is her.
So he went to work. He got after their asses.
And he got taken down by Vought.
Till one morning I woke up and I didn't hear those keys anymore.
And he was dead? They killed him?
Honestly, we don't know. But we still need to hear it.
This looks like an old person's home. I'm so sorry. The decorations.
It was during one of those summer rains that you just knew was coming by the smell in the air.
Yes. I love flashbacks.
I had it. I don't know nothing about any robbery.
Just confess.
What the heck?
I am a hero for killing a black piece of shit like you.
What the heck? Are they all racist? What the heck? Are you serious? Oh, ew, 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 ew. His face is like open, but he's still alive.
That is what my brother's life was worth. Just $2,000.
That's not a lot of money at all. That's literally nothing.
Right here. That's her. Right there. That's Liberty.
See, Stormfront! I literally was gonna joke, and I was like, what if Liberty's Stormfront with different powers?
And she said it was raining, so she could be wrong.
She seemed pretty certain.
Oh my god. Liberty and Stormfront. This is why Stormfront... obviously, because Stormfront was racist, and she was racist. Okay. Same personality.
I didn't know that about your dad.
So do Soups live, like, really long times then? Like, do they have extended lives? All the memes. Wow, the writers really did their research on the memes. On current memes.
Hold on a minute.
Let me tell you right now, it won't work.
It already has, sort of.
You can't win the whole country anymore. No one can.
It's always going to be divided.
Cells. You have fans. I have soldiers.
Oh! That was a good line. That was a really good line.
I think that you are everything.
Ew, she's like manipulating him.
You just need a little help connecting with your audience.
But I think they would also work really well together if they can stay on the same page, because they're both each other. I don't like Stormfront at all, and now that I know she was Liberty, I hate her even more. That was my song.
You better than anybody, and I saw it in your face last night. I see it now.
Sorry, Butcher. You've been caught red-handed.
Disappear, all right? Just start again. Start a new family.
I have a son!
He's a fucking suit freak.
Oh, whoa. Whoa, Butcher. Not all of them are like that.
I didn't come to you because I was scared. Because I knew that you'd chase after him and you would seek revenge and it wouldn't be good for anybody.
And it's come to that anyways.
Bex, I'm not living without you.
You have to go, please.
He's gonna leave empty-handed.
Listen, if you're ever in the mood for another almond joy, just shoot me a text.
Another almond joy?
We can't afford to feel good or to feel safe or to let our guard down.
Oh, my nose is running from the Becca stuff still. Goodbye, Huey. No, she said it. I didn't want her to say it. Oh, no. I hate this show. I hate this show. Both relationships have ended.
I'm a feminist, but I'm also very sexual.
Oh my god, this is the deep stuff.
Anytime, it was really great meeting you. Really great.
Really great.
Story?
Yes, that's your wife.
Oh, but...
He doesn't need a wife.
That is what you want, isn't it?
Why would you ever want to go back into the 7 after what they've done to you? Just stay out. I feel like he doesn't want to be part of the 7 anymore, to be honest with you. I feel like that look and what he said last episode, like, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think he wants to be part of the 7.
I don't need anyone.
Oh, Homelander. Oh, that's so strange. I don't like this. I don't like this.
I'm gonna suck your cock so fucking hard. So good.
And it's himself.
So special. Most special man.
I don't like this at all. Not one bit. That's how it makes me feel.
I don't need anyone.
To love me? He's becoming a supervillain. Oh, he already was, sort of, secretly.
Need you.
By duplicate. See ya later, alligator. Is he becoming like the supervillain? That's it? The music just ends and then the sound of the fire, and there's nothing at the end of the credits. Is he becoming a supervillain? Is he actually becoming a supervillain? And that was my reaction to The Boys Season 2, Episode 4, nothing like it in the world. And nothing like it in the world, I'm sure, is referring to love, because this episode focused very, very heavily on the theme of love through relationships and through how people perceive you with love. And that was shown through Starlight and Huey, Becca and Butcher, and Homelander, and what he wants for himself, how he wants the world to perceive him, how he wants the world to love him, and also Stormfront's view of the world. And then there were also the Deep's stuff with those women who would keep coming in, doing those interviews that would cut any time during the show, and then it was revealed at the end that it was the Deep who was recording these women, trying to find a wife, I guess, for the church. So yeah, you could say this episode definitely featured love as its main theme that ran through it. Love, relationships, again, how the world perceives you. And I really enjoyed this episode. The first half of this episode made me very happy, and then the second half of this episode made me kind of upset and sad. Starlight and Huey's relationship in this episode was so much fun to watch until the end, which made me very upset, but I'll get to that in a minute. When they were in the car, or even before that actually, when they were going for that walk in the park, and then they talked, and then Starlight gave Huey like the hug, not even a hug, just like went up to him for comfort, and then he just gave her a little hug for comfort. I was so happy, even though she was upset and so many bad things had happened to her, and Homelander had basically almost killed her at the start of this episode, which was so long ago now, I almost forgot about that. But when Huey comforted her there, it made me so happy, because I was like, oh my gosh, the relationship might be getting back on. Like, they both really care for each other, and this is kind of the first physical notion that their relationship might be back on track. And then when they were singing in the car to We Didn't Start the Fire, I'm pretty sure that's a Billy Joel song, Billy Joel being a big part of Huey at the moment. He's listening to all these videos. He referenced it when he was on the call, referenced the video, referenced Billy Joel. And again, Billy Joel, another Billy Joel song comes up, which is very interesting, but I think that just might be like a theme with Huey and Billy Joel. I don't know if there's more to that. I don't know if Billy Joel is important, not to the story, but if Billy Joel's life is similar to Huey's or something like that. Not really sure why they chose Billy Joel, but maybe it's because his songs and his themes and his messages in his songs can relate to Huey very, very well. And also Billy Joel has some really good songs, so I don't mind it. But yeah, but when they were singing We Didn't Start the Fire in the car, that was so cute. That made me so happy. It was just so much fun to watch these two characters finally laugh and smile together, something that they have not done since the start of episode 9 of season 1. It's been a long time now. But yeah, it was really fun to watch in this episode, watch Starlight and Huey's relationship grow and change as, again, when they get to the motel, there's the almond joy thing, and then Huey misses the bucket, which was Huey, don't even try that. Starlight can do it. You don't try that. You're not as good as Starlight. It was really sweet to see that. And then of course I knew eventually that he was going to end up in her room. They did. She dimmed the lights with her mind, which was so cool. Even though I knew she could do that, I was still like, that's kind of awesome. And then finally at the end of the episode, they had to split up. And while it makes sense while they had to split up, and it's definitely, at least part of it is to do with just protecting each other, it still made me so upset. And I am kind of on Huey's side to this relationship, where he was like, oh yeah, I get it, but why? Like, why do they have to break up? And she was like, we're all alone in this. And he's like, but we don't have to be. And when she gave him that last kiss and then said goodbye, Huey, it was heartbreaking to watch. It was heartbreaking for Huey and heartbreaking for Starlight, because I know Starlight wants to be with Huey. At least I hope she wants to be with Huey. I think she does. I know Huey wants to be with Starlight, and I know they both really care for each other. They both really like each other. I don't know. I just really want the relationship to work, and it was really sad watching them split apart. Even though they both still really care for each other, they're splitting apart. They're doing whatever they have to do alone. But I'm hoping that this changes throughout the story, and I'm hoping that they can come back together, that they can grow together, that they can learn together, that Starlight can learn that you don't have to do everything alone, and then Huey can be a part of her life. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I interpreted the ending, and I just really want the relationship to work. And speaking of wanting relationship to work, Butcher and Becca, the two Butchers, I guess, Billy and Becca. Their relationship started out strong again at this episode, and then at the end of this episode, it fell apart. That's what I said it during this halfway through this episode. I was like, everything is so good right now, it's going to fall apart at the end, and it did. And that was also really upsetting, but that one to me made a lot more sense than Starlight and Huey's splitting apart. Well, Starlight and Huey's splitting apart made sense to me. Becca and Butcher's splitting apart made way more sense to me, and that was because, and that is a very one-sided split apart. Butcher obviously does not want to split apart with Becca, and I don't think Becca, while Becca still loves Butcher, Becca still wants a life with Butcher. She knows she can't have one if Ryan is going to be there, because Ryan is something that Butcher does not want. Ryan is not seen in Butcher's eyes as a human being. He is seen as he said in this episode, $1 billion investment, a Vought property, and so he's not, in Butcher's eyes, not a human being. He is just a thing. He is a property owned by a company that he despises. And so in that respect, Becca obviously is not going to let her son go. Even she's raised this kid for 8 years. She has raised him as her son. He is her son. And so like she is like 100% going to choose her son over Butcher after these 8 years. And as much as she loves Butcher and as much as she cares for Butcher and wants to be with Butcher, she has a son now. She has to take care of her son, and it made me so upset. That conversation was so good when she was telling him, like, this anger is inside of you, this hatred is inside of you, this path that you were on it before I was even in the picture, and I didn't come to you when I was pregnant with Homelander's baby because I was scared that you were going to go after Homelander, that you were going to go down this path. And that really hurt. It looked like it really hurt Butcher, and it really hurt me listening to her say that, because I knew as soon as she said that the relationship was over in some aspect. Like, obviously, again, she does want to be with Butcher, but as of right now, I feel like the relationship is over. It is kaput. He has to go from the compound, and he has to go home empty-handed, and that is going to really hurt him. But yeah, the relationship at the start, when they first saw each other, when they first talked about stuff, when they were sharing the cigarette in the back of the car, all of that stuff was beautiful, and it was so emotional, and that was my favorite of the two relationships in this episode for the most part. There's Becca and Butcher's was my favorite, just because we haven't seen their dynamic before, really, and we've seen Starlight and Huey's dynamic quite a bit, and because what they were talking about was just so beautiful. It was bringing, like, tears to my eyes, and my nose was snotting a little bit sometimes. It was just beautiful, and it was heartbreaking, but made perfect sense why Becca needed to let go of Butcher to save Ryan. So I really hope that this can be resolved in the future. I really hope that Butcher has a change of heart, but I think it's been too long for him now to have a change of heart on Supes. I think he's too stubborn to change his mind now, because one, he is stubborn just by personality, but two, it's been 8 years and he's not like Supes for longer than that, I believe. That's what she was implying when she was telling him at the very end of the episode. And yeah, I'm just sad. I'm heartbroken. This episode left me heartbroken. Another love theme in this was Homelander's theme of wanting to be loved by everyone. And then he goes and confronts Stormfront, rightly so. And I'll talk about Stormfront in a minute, actually. I was talking about Stormfront in a minute. Remind me to talk about her. Just be like, Oliver, you have to talk about Stormfront. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I do. But he went to go confront Stormfront about making, like, she is starting to be loved by everyone. She is starting to be seen as the leader of the Seven, and he feels like he's being left out almost, even though he was bragging, like, I'm still in the top demographics for all of these. I'm still in the top. I'm still the big boy, the head honcho here. And she's like, why does it matter? And then that kind of sends him spiraling and thinking, like, what does it matter what people care about me? Or why does it matter that people love me? Like, I am the most powerful person in the world at this point. Like, the only person that needs to love me is myself. And then when he goes to see Duplicate, that's when I think everything really clicked for him. And when he killed Duplicate, and this is a moment where I think that was the moment, I think, where he's starting to become the actual supervillain of this show. I think he's going to stick with the 7. I don't think he'll break away from the 7, but I think he's going to be tougher. I think he's going to be meaner. I think he's not going to care what the world thinks of him anymore. I don't think he's going to be that nice guy that we saw in season 1, on the outside at least, that nice guy on the outside that we saw in season 1, and I am so excited for it. I think the end of this episode was a turning point for Homelander, and I'm very excited to see where that turning point leads off. Now, speaking of Stormfront as Liberty, I should have guessed. I almost said it out loud. But I wasn't a guess. It was going to be a joke. When she was talking, when she was standing up and going to the newspaper, I was like, imagine if it, I was going to say something along the lines of like, imagine if it's Stormfront or something like that as a joke. So it wasn't really a theory, so I can't pretend that I was smart and thought of it, obviously, because it wasn't a theory. I was just joking around. I didn't actually think it would be Stormfront. And then it was Stormfront, and I was like, oh, I should have made the joke, and I would have looked so smart, right? But I can't believe it's Stormfront. Do superheroes just live a really long time? Well, because she does not like she's aged a day, and she was obviously about the same age when she killed that woman's brother in the flashback. So do superheroes just age very, very slowly? I don't know if they've talked about this in season 1 or maybe in season 2, and I just missed it, or if they haven't talked about it. But yeah, do they not age? I feel like they don't age, obviously, because Stormfront still looks so young, and it's been like 40 years, 50 years, you know what I mean? So very excited to see how this plays out, but that was a really big reveal, and it makes me hate her character even more. Like, just racist, inconsiderate, just hates, like, just is okay to kill people, is just menacing. She almost manipulated in Homelander in a way, or it feels like she is manipulating Homelander to only care about himself, because then that will make him be like better for her somehow in the future. I don't really know. I'm just kind of talking and speculating and blabbering at this point, but I'm very excited. I think she's almost in a way molding Homelander to her will, so that either she can control Homelander, or that if Homelander becomes bad, then she can kind of become the bad that she wants, and then bada bing, bada boom. It's like League of Superheroes is now like the League of Supervillains, you know what I mean? So yeah, very, very excited. And finally, well, first, A-Train is out, which is awesome. Goodbye, A-Train. See ya, A-Train. And secondly, the deep stuff with the church is still really interesting to me. There wasn't a lot of it in this, but when he's like looking for a wife now, I was very confused why he even needs a wife. And this religion, this church, it's almost very culty, and I'm very excited to keep diving into it. But yeah, I just love this show, and this episode was very, very awesome. And also the summary for this episode, actually, I just read it, and it's like, did you know a person's choice of candy bar makes you tell if they're a serial killer or not? Like, really funny. Just like these really funny lines in the summaries make this show even better, because it just like someone took the time to write these summaries and make them funny and witty and stuff. But yeah, anyways, that is my review for The Boys Season 2, Episode 4, Nothing Like It in the World. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And thank you so much if you listen to my review as well. It means a lot for you just to listen to me talk. And I'll see you next time for The Boys Season 2, Episode 5, We Gotta Go Now.